Hello, my name is Blake Butler, and I want to talk to you about Chapter 8 of Unnaturally Delicious by Jason Lust. Chapter 8 is titled Sustainable Farming and goes in depth about the future of genetically modified crops, the use of fertilizers on these crops, and experiments that have taught us a lot about these crops. The part of the chapter I want to focus most on is the future of genetically modified seeds. Jason Lust begins the section on genetically modified seeds about the future by hearing opinions by Brett Carver, a professor at Oklahoma State University. According to Carver, what worries him is the continued and extensive privatization of genetically modified seeds. He worries these companies own both the genetic code and not just the seed. As Carver, and he also worries that environmental factors can make these seeds less effective. For example, a seed in Puerto Rico might not work in Colorado. As he says, genetics loads the gun, but the environment is what truly pulls the trigger. A source I found called Genetically Modified Watch corroborates this and expands upon these ideas. Genetically Modified Watch is an independent organization that is designed to provide readers with the most up-to-date and current information surrounding genetically modified organisms. In an article called Genetically Modified Seed Monopoly, Fewer Choices, Higher Prices, the publisher Genetically Modified Watch describes seed futures. First, the article explains the seed monopoly. According to economists, a total of 4 companies control 40% of the genetically modified seed market. These 4 companies are Monsanto, DuPont or Pioneer, Syngenta, and Dow AgroSciences. Together, these companies own 80% of the genetically modified corn, 70% of the genetically modified soybeans. Like Carver, Genetically Modified Watch links the rising monopoly due to recent court rulings that say these seeds can't be copied or saved for the next year. An effect of this monopoly is the rising prices around them. According to Charles Benbrook, a research professor at Washington State University's Center for Sustaining Agriculture and Natural Resources, the prices for genetically modified seeds have risen 230% between 2000 and 2010. This is astronomical and far out of any other league of any other product, and is only done because of the monopoly surrounding them. There are also fewer choices in the market. The number of non-GMO seeds has halved since 2005 and 2010, meaning that organic farmers or farmers who aren't very interested in GMO have to move there, are going to have to move there eventually, and it hurts their market. According to Christina Hubbard, author of Farmer to Farmer campaign report, farmers are facing fewer choices and significantly higher prices in seeds. One solution Carver proposed is what he created as a foundational seed. These seeds are genetically modified and free to pick up at his campus at Oklahoma State University. And here's my opinion surrounding all of these. My thoughts is that these seeds shouldn't be shared or saved, but the restrictions surrounding them are way too harsh. A downside of the foundational seeds brought up by Carver is that the seeds would often be shared amongst farmers, and when they're shared, they'd be polluted. For example, let's say we have 2 sides of this. This one is a genetically modified, and this is the non-genetically modified. When they mix, they don't mix well together, which means that you don't get the full benefits of the genetically modified seeds, and the benefits that are there are much more diluted than they would be before. But the restrictions around creating these genetically modified seeds are much harder than what should be happening. For example, right now Carver talks about how there are no ways to make genetically modified wheat because of the fact that it's not even allowed. Thank you very much for your time and have a great night.